All right, Shalom. We'll start first by giving all praise and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Arakak Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. And greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect. Shalom unto you. Let's see what we got here. I'm the brother from the Las Vegas camp, Great Millstone, and we're going to get into this article. Well, we're really not going to even get into the article. Just really the heading and the key line or two out of the article. You know, because it begs the mind state of something spiritual. Okay, so matter of fact, I'm going to start with this for the Washington Post. It's the Washington Post. It says this is under style. It says Harvard's top astronomer says an alien ship may be among us, and he doesn't care what his
spirit too, you know, because it says it's a Harvard astronomer, one of Esau's stargazers, basically, you know, saying the alien ship, what they call them UFOs, you know, unidentified flying objects. Yeah. We know them to be with the truth and sincerity of it to be the chariots of the Lord, you know, the vehicles for the angels, man. You know, it says, and he doesn't care what his colleagues think. You know, and that's similar to us. We don't care what you people think about how we believe in the chariots either.
Nope.
Hey, the scriptures in Romans 3:3 say that. You know,
some do not believe.
Yeah, shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? God forbid.
Yep, and he's proving that he don't care what you think, and know what it is. He's saying it because he can't hide it. And the other ones seem to be trying to hide it. He like, I ain't hiding it, man. They out there. And we are fully persuaded in our minds that they are out there through faith. We're persuaded, right? And that they gonna come and pick up the elect. Lord willing, we're of the elect. You was gonna say something?
Like you said, bro. Same thing. We fully persuaded our mind that those are the chariots that we look at, man. Hey, and it's video proof showing it that's the chariots, you know.
Right.
So to say that it's not, hey, you're being willingly ignorant, man.
That's right.
Because you could type up UFO in any search engine and you're gonna get clear videos of something that's not from this realm.
Clearly, it don't move the same way, and as the scriptures say that there'll be more sightings of it.
Correct.
It's been more sightings of it in these last days.
Bro.
Okay, so I'm gonna read a little more, then we'll start hitting a couple scripts. I love what he said down here. Let me see. No, we're going to go straight to there. It says Cambridge, Massachusetts. Before he started the whole alien spaceship thing last year, the chairman of Harvard University's astronomy, the public lectures on honesty, which Avi Loeb said he learned growing up on a farm, and what Loeb calls cosmic modesty. The idea that it's arrogant to assume that we're alone in the universe, or even a particularly special species. Well, he's right, because most of these Harvard University people come from an Edomite perspective, okay? But the real Israelites. Matter of fact, I gotta get Second Esdras 6 and 54 about Kushah.
Second Esdras 6 and 54, and it reads, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen.
The chosen people. He made a distinct difference between people of the earth and his chosen.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Yahweh, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
Well, we're given the world. The Israelites, his chosen people, were given the world. Go ahead.
As for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. Now
that's clearly a difference, and one is more special than the other. Let me get this one real quick. In Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. It says, Deuteronomy 7:6, for thou art an holy people. When you look up the word holy and go into it, it means separate. Okay, set aside, set apart, people unto the Lord thy power, or thy God, the Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So those go hand in hand. Okay? So yeah, there are special people. Now, he's talking about out in the universe. Well, guess aliens or under the same rule of the Israelites, because they're the angels, which works for the Heavenly Father. You know, it's his chosen people to go with us. Okay, well, they're not people; they're celestial beings. But some of those are the spirits of Israelites that'll be down on earth also. That's in the Yahweh Shai particularly is one that's in those so-called UFOs. Okay, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Okay, because those are the vehicles that will come and give salvation unto the people. Okay, the chosen elect, the 144,000 and the 1/3 Israelites that will be saved in these last days. Okay, you got yeah, go with that.
Acts. There's Acts chapter 1 verse 11. Ooh, it's like Acts 11 1 and 9. And when he had spoken these things while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. And while they
wait, that cloud that received them out of their sight was a so-called UFO. Okay, an alien spaceship. Okay, the chariots of the Most High God. All right, because they only could describe it as what they knew it to be in the time that John this was the Book of Acts recorded it. Okay, depending on which prophet has seen it, they just described it for what they understood. I don't know nothing else that sit up in the sky like that but clouds, so I'm gonna call it a cloud. Okay, go ahead.
And it says, and while they looked steadfastly toward heaven as he went up, behold, 2 men stood by them in white apparel, which also said, Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Yahweh Shai, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven.
So he gonna fly back to the earth in a chariot also, or a so-called UFO also, just like he left it. Okay, what did he say? He said Harvard's top astronomer says an alien ship may be among us. Yeah, they've been playing with your military for years now.
Who was it? Reagan. That said in the host or in the scenario in which we have to fight a foreign enemy, where we all link up and gather arms together to fight this source, or to fight this being. He was talking about the war in heaven. You see that Trump just beefed up the
space,
the Space Force. You know,
he just created a Space Force.
That's not for no reason, because they really believe that they're gonna fight Yahweh Shai and the angels, man. But they're gonna be utterly destroyed. They don't understand that you can't. Hey, these chariots were made from something that's not on earth. You know, the Most High put a special touch with on these heavenly crafts, with on these heavenly vehicles, man. You can't your carnal fleshly weapons ain't gonna be able to penetrate the purest of whatever metals that the Most High crafted these chariots by, man. You know, you can't defeat these. One, because your destruction is gonna happen. You know.
That's right. From there, go to Revelation 1.
This is Revelation 1, first chapter. And
7.
This is Revelation 1 and 7. And it reads, Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him.
And they also which pierced him.
To reincarnation. You'll be back on earth today. So
hey, 'cause they're the ones that killed him and then put him up on that cross on the top of the mountain of skulls, right? I forgot Golgotha. Put him up there with those other 2 criminals, so to speak. Put him up there, and then once he died, they put him down in the sepulcher, and he came back to life. And then he went 40 days and 40 nights, and then he got beamed up out of there. Okay, And that's what we just read in Acts, the first chapter, when he was getting beamed out. Well, the same way he left, he's going to come back. And through the process of reincarnation, that's when the same people will be on the earth. He's going to get to come back and destroy you people for piercing his body back in that time before.
The Most High is not going to meet thee as a man. Meaning way, he's going to come as a powerful celestial being.
That's right.
He's not coming back to speak to you people. The scripture say, I come not to send peace, but I come to send a sword. Meaning way, he's blood is going to be shed. He talks about how the blood is going to be up to a horse's bridle, man.
Yep.
You know, who is this that coming from dyed garments from Basra?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's talking about
Edomite country too.
Edomite country talking about he's coming to shed blood for you people, man.
That's right.
The Most High ain't coming to bring all bubbles, man. He's coming to bring a sword. He's coming to bring power.
And to the nation, to subdue them, as well as 2/3 of our own people that are just wicked.
Because he said he was going to start his sanctuary first.
That's right.
His house first. Continuing, 7, it says, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall will because of him. Even so, amen.
Read 8, Baba Kusha.
I am the Alpha and Omega.
I am the beginning and the end.
The beginning and the end, saith the Lord, which is and which to come, the Almighty. Right?
Yeah.
Yahweh Shai is coming back to snatch all them crowns off you, the leaders.
He's coming in the name of Yahweh. His Father.
That's right.
Our Father.
God.
From there, we want to, because the whole special part, we are special. Matter of fact, Baba Kusha, go to Philippians, I think it's like 3:21. Because something to prove that we Israelites, the elect in particular, are special, not only because we'll see salvation, but we're going to be endowed with spiritual power. Okay? We're going to be endowed, that's the one, right? Baba,
it's Philippians 3:21, and it reads, who shall change our vile body, that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body?
Wait. Change our vile body, that it may be fashioned unto like whose glorious body? Like Yahweh Shai's glorious body.
God.
Okay? Because he had the extraterrestrial body. Okay? The angels only had the celestial, and then we have the terrestrial down here. Yahweh Shai came with the terrestrial, but when he came back and was resurrected out the tomb after 3 days, he had the extraterrestrial.
Because the scriptures tell you that going into bodies being changed in the twinkling of an eye, and that corruption shall not inherit incorruption, you know?
And that's from 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter.
Meaning that the bodies that you have on now, you know, the chains of darkness that you're in now, it says flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom. Meaning that your body's got to be changed, man. Meaning that you're going to get a whole new... because also you got to get rid of that stony heart that you have in you. The Most High is going to change that into a heart of flesh. Meaning the law is going to be written on our inward parts. Meaning that we're not going to sin, which means we're going to live forever. Because transgression of the law is sin. And to sin is to have death.
Let me bring that real quick. I'm in that chapter, 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter. I'm going to start up at verse 40. It says, there are also celestial bodies, the angelic body, the type of body your spirit, when it's not in an earthly house, is in, okay? It says, and body terrestrial, when it is in an earthly house, skin, bone, flesh, you know, when your spirit is in that. It says, but the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another. There is one glory of the sun, another of the moon, and another glory of the stars, and one glory different from another glory, star and glory. So each has its purpose and has its own shine or its own glory. All right, there's a reason for the celestial body. There's a reason, because right now only the celestial body can go up to see Yahweh. And that's usually after the death process or that you're beamed up. But then the terrestrial can do all the living things, earthly living things upon earth, because the angels don't get to have sex and do things like that and get tempted with sin and all of that. They don't go through that. We get to go through that, winning and losing at that. So it's a glory for both sides. But when we get the extraterrestrial, we'll have the ability to do both. And I'm going to try to skip to this, see if we can get to the good part. 44, it is sown a natural body, it is raised a spiritual body. There's a natural body and there's a spiritual body. So as it is written, the first man, Adam, which was the original spirit, was Yahweh Shai. Okay, so the last Adam was a quickening spirit, which is still Yahweh Shai, the one that set it back right, that's going to set it all back right. And he's actually going to bring the rest of his first fruits and the elect, they're going to bring them into that same fold. We're going to be joint heirs with him in that extraterrestrial body. Okay? It says, the first man of the earth. No, I skipped something. It says, howbeit, verse 46, howbeit that was not first which is spiritual, but that which is natural, and afterward that which is spiritual. So we became the spiritual also when we were originally the natural. The first man is of the earth, earthy. The second man is of the Lord, is the Lord from heaven. Talking about Yahweh Shai, not Yahweh. Okay, Yahweh don't come down off the throne for nobody. Okay, it says, as is the earthy, such are they that are earthy, and as the heavenly, such are they that are heavenly. And as we have borne the image of the earthy, we shall also bear the image of the heavenly. That doesn't go for everybody. That's for the elect of Israel. All right, that doesn't go for the whole nations of the world. So yeah, we can be arrogant in that. Okay, to go on what he says, it's arrogant to think that we're special in the universe. Well, those aliens that you're talking about, we're those people. We're connected to them, so we are special. Now, you other Edomites, from that Edomite perspective, you're not special. You're the lowest people on the planet, and even the other heathen. The scripture said, we read it, that you are like unto spittle. You're the least of anything. You're not even important to us. We're actually going to own you as employees. Look that word up on the real meaning of employer and employee means. Okay, not going to give it away now. But look those words up, and you're going to see that's what it is. You're going to be the employees. Okay. Matter of fact, you have something?
Or did you want the first fruits?
Isaiah 14.
Is book of Isaiah 14 starting at the top.
Yep.
And it reads.
I get it. It says, "For I will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel."
Yep.
I will have mercy on the Israelites, but I will yet choose the elect of Israel. Is what it's saying. Okay. And set them in their own land, back in the land of Israel, because we're scattered everywhere in the earth right now, but he's going to set us back in that precious land of Israel once it's cleaned up. So, and the strangers shall be joined with them. And when you look that word strangers up,
it's not talking about like Gentiles as in heathen nations. It's talking about Israelite foreigners, man.
That's right.
You know, Israelites that have confusion of faces. They look like other nations. It's not talking about like heathens like Elam and Moab and Ammon. No. It's still talking about of the seed of Jacob. You know, our forefather Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
And that's gospel. That's good news that we get the whole nation back. Everybody that was pushed off and scattered as a heathen get to come back and be Israelites again. Again, keyword meaning again. Okay? The rest of the nations that are truly those heathen nations, you don't get to come back. You get to come and work for us. Okay? It says, and the strangers, which the Hebrew word there for strangers is gar, which means, what does gar mean? You remember?
Nah.
It means, you want to look it up right quick in blue letter? Babu Kusha. I believe it means foreigner, but it's talking about a citizen. We'll get it. Well, I guess around
Isaiah. Where years? 8:16:16. It says a sojourner.
Sojourner, somebody that's in another different land than the one that they belong in. Go ahead. That's the Hebrew word guard, right?
The definitions they give it off.
Yeah,
but it's a sojourner.
Sojourner is that because he's supposed to be in the land of Israel, but they're moved around and live amongst the other heathen. Okay, even though they're Israelites. So we can move on, bro.
It says a person living out of his own, country.
Yep.
Like you said, a person that's not in the same
chosen land.
Yeah, this chosen land.
With the people that they're supposed to be with. Yep. It said, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, meaning they're going to be. This is back in Isaiah the 14th chapter. They shall cleave unto the house of Jacob, meaning they're going to be the wild olive branch that were brought back into the fold.
Yeah.
Okay. It said, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them. Now, them that there's talking about is the heathen nations, though.
Which you go, it's a slave, man.
Yep.
Y'all want to say, y'all can
I
say
was using employee, but that's what the
slave
word means.
Because if you possess someone, you own them.
Yeah.
Which means what? You're a slave, you're a servant unto them.
Mm-hmm.
Just, the scriptures tell you the same thing that you did unto us is going to be done unto you, man.
That's right.
You had us as slaves in the kingdom, in your kingdom. We're going to have you as slaves in our kingdom.
That's right.
There's just no way to be around it.
That sounds fair to me. That sounds eye for eye, tooth for tooth, life for life, stripe for stripe. Yeah. To me. I'm going to keep reading. It says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And if you go in the book of Revelation, it talks about how we're going to bring we're going to leave our doors so the heathen can bring in all their possessions, the increase, which is all their treasures. Anyway, come from. Yeah, what do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna turn all that in, and we're gonna send them out to accomplish the task that we need to get done.
That's right.
Building up the kingdom of heaven. Okay. It says, and the reason that they're gonna listen and they're just gonna do it, they ain't gonna be like, nah, I don't want to. I'm tired. Ain't gonna be none of that, because we're gonna have that spiritual power. You know? Oh, you didn't finish that in Philippians, did you?
Oh, snap.
It's a lot. My bad. I cut you off.
There you go, bro. I'll finish this in Philippians. What'd it get?
3:21. Yeah. So, let's go back to that right quick.
Yeah, this Philippians 3:21 says, who shall change our vile body that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body, or according to the working whereby he is able even to subdue all things unto himself.
Subdue, that means manipulate the elements, man. Which means we'll be able, matter of fact, don't even play with it. Let's get, is that Isaiah 40?
Let's go.
It's like the last, it's with mount up with wings
as eagles?
Yeah. We're going to have all that power, man, to do all these things, okay? We're gonna be like Superman and Hancock, man. So we're gonna shoot the lasers and all. We're gonna be able to do all that stuff, man.
Come on, I got it. Right. It's Isaiah 40 and 31.
Yep.
It says, but they that wait power.
This is elect.
Shall
renew their strength, and that strength will be renewed back to when we were at the beginning of the time, how it was supposed to be. As the original man Adam. You wonder how all these wonderful landmarks were built. Guess what? The Israelites had partial, I should say, spiritual power. Okay, we were able to do certain things, calling on the name of Yahweh Shai. Now we don't, because we don't call upon him in this time and age. Well, we're starting to do that again, and when our course is fulfilled, and the elect are chosen to be given this power, we're gonna have that power again, man. Go ahead.
They shall mount up with wings as eagles.
Fly.
They shall run and not be weary.
Like the Flash, gonna be fast.
And they shall walk and not faint.
We're gonna be able to do things that you wouldn't believe,
and
man.
Not get tired.
And not get tired. Not get weak.
No fatigue.
Don't wrestle. You wonder why Jacob was able to wrestle an angel and win with his hips dislocated.
Bro.
You know, hey, that's the spirit, man. That's the spirit that's within us. Okay. And so we're going to get the bodies that go along with that type of spirit. Jacob's already dunking from the free throw line, man. Talking about Kenny Skywalker. Yeah. Michael Air Jordan. Wait till you see what the elect are able to do. Okay? And they give you the pictures in these X-Men and superhero DC comic movies and all of that.
God, the scriptures tell you, Samson was killing lions barehanded. How King David was bending steel with his arms.
Yep, around his forearm.
Man, the things written, the scriptures tell you, the things written aforetime were written for our learning.
Those are all to build us up, man. To have the confidence that the Most High God, when we call upon him, and he endow us with that power, we're gonna be able to do those things, man. We gotta be confident to ask and believe we're gonna receive it. But we're not asking for it for I want to bend steel to make money. No. I want to be still to get out of this prison.
I want to heal so I can help a brother.
Yeah, let me help this brother, man. I just heal people for for like Miss Cleo, we're healing people so they can really be healed, the elect, man. Mm-hmm. We all gonna need it. All right. So back in Isaiah, I'm gonna start 14:2. It says, "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord." Yeah, and the reason we're gonna possess you, and you're not gonna come up against it, because you're gonna remember what happened in that war in heaven, as well as the spiritual power that we as individuals have. So the Chariots is gonna be there. You're gonna know not to mess with them. America gonna be destroyed. So that's gonna be a big blow to y'all whole kingdom. Okay. And then the rest is we just gonna subdue you because we gonna have that much more power. All right. It says for servants and handmaids, slaves, man, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
Plain. That's plain, bro.
And they shall rule over their oppressors. Who was our oppressor?
Esau. Mm-hmm. And really all the other heathen nations too. Because they helped Esau in this rulership.
Yep. You go to Psalm, was it 83?
Yep.
Book of Lamentations, everybody was happy at the destruction of Jacob. Okay, we in a lowly position like we are right now, but we about to have the fastest ultimate come up in short amount of time ever, showing you the power of Yahweh. Mm-hmm. Verse 3 says, "And it shall come to pass that in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve."
The Lord gonna take them curses off of us, man. Yeah. We no longer gonna be wanting or longing for another day to come around or for another paycheck. We're not gonna have no cares of this life. We're not gonna be worried about if our kids is gonna be okay while they going to school or all these different factors. It's gonna be peace amongst us.
That's right. We could I can stop on that. Let's go to what else we had after that?
We got Revelation
18. Yep, we can actually finish up with that.
This is Revelation 18 chapter, and Salakia. It's 18. And
4.
This is Revelation 18:4, and it reads, "I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins."
Now, when it says "come out of her," that's those chariots. Spiritual bodies to get up out of here. Just because if we kept reading in 1 Corinthians the 15th chapter, it says corruption, which is this flesh is corrupt, can inherit incorruption. Those chariots ain't accepting nothing corruptible and defiled. Okay, it had to be incorrupt. It had to be immortal to get up in there. Pure. We gonna need those new bodies that we're talking about.
To be made white.
Yeah, cleansed, right?
Bro.
Go ahead.
It says, "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins."
And those sins are the plagues that are coming to this place. Yeah, we're going to deal with all the other regular plagues, but the main plague is the ICBM thermonuclear missile fire that this place is going to receive, and the 2/3 and the rest of the nations in this place and certain other places of the earth is going to receive. Those are the plagues that those chariots are going to save us from. And we're going to get, in a twinkling of an eye, we're going to get blinked up, and we're going to escape death with that. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
"And that ye receive not of her plagues."
That we receive not of those plagues. We don't get burnt up. Matter of fact, 2 Peter 3, so the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Let's grab that, and then we close with that. It's like, go to 11, something around there. Yes. Start up at 9.
The 2 Peter 3:9. "The Lord is not slack concerning His promise."
And He promised that He will save the Israelites if we prove that we have.
It's like you're not unrighteous to forget your works and labor of love.
That's right. And He promised us that if we did those works and labor of love, that He would give us salvation away from these plagues. You got it, bro.
"As some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward.
Yep.
not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
Keep going.
But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
That's that boom from them missiles hitting, man. Okay? And then all the other things that'll be going on in that time. The trumpets blowing, the whole everything, screaming, bloody murder, all of that. Okay?
And the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Oh, yeah. Didn't it say that we will be able to subdue the elements in Philippians? So we're going to be able to manipulate the situation when we get that spiritual power. They ain't going to be able to touch us. But those missiles is going to run through everything. And the only way that we're going to be able to escape is to get beamed up in those UFO alien ships / chariots of the Most High God. Chariots of Yahweh. Okay? Ba'ashem Yahushai. Go ahead, bro.
And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
Yep, and everything going to get burned up. Okay? Everything going to be burned up. You might as well read 11 and 12.
Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons
they're going to dissolve. Those missiles is going to dissolve all of that. Okay? Go ahead. What manner of person?
What manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Well, that's only for the Israelites to be. The rest of you nations can't be all in holy conversation, all holy conversation and godliness. They only the elect. And we're still fishing to see who can do it. There's some that's being called but won't be chosen. They can try it, but they ain't gonna be able to fulfill it. But then there's some that are gonna perform it, man. It's gonna be their lot to perform it and to finish it. Keep going.
Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai.
That's what we're doing now. We're watching, looking, and hastening for that day. We're ready for World War III to pop off. We're ready for the church to come down and swoop us up out of here and flood the skies and crack the skies with the big father ship, covering up half the horizon line and, blotting out the sun, man. We're ready for that. When you people going to SHIT on yourselves, we're going to rejoice. Go ahead, bro.
Wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, because it was given unto Jacob, ultimately unto the elect.
Yep.
But at the end, it's going to be given unto all Israel.
Yep.
Look for new heavens and new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness.
We're looking for a better life, man. A lot of Jake that I've talked to, and if it gets into this angle, they don't see nothing else out of this life coming. They see the wicked ass Edomite ruling forever in his terrible ass kingdom. They see all the other nations being looked at as and revered as the best people upon the earth. The different nations, I'll just say that, different nations in their cultures. And they don't see the beauty in ours. Even though we're the top people on earth, we're the smartest, we look the best, we do all the best things, we have the best food. Okay, we're the best athletes, we're the best fighters, we're everything. Everything we do, we're just the best. Because this is just right. We still the best in the worst position. In the worst position. So put us in any Jake can attest to this, man. Any of you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, men, women, children, you can attest to this. You take us from the bottom and put us on top, and watch how things change. Watch how much better life will be.
If you even the playing field, look how things will change.
If you just even the playing field, they won't be on the field no more. And that's what's about to happen. We about to trade places like Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd.
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it.
That's right. Yep. So, yes, we are. As I said down here again, he don't care what his colleagues think. We don't care what the rest of you people think. We are better than you, and we just proved in the scriptures why we're better. Simply because we're physically gonna be better. We're gonna have better vehicles to escape the unescapable.
Okay? And we have the promise, man.
Yep.
Lord willing, we are of the elect.
That's right.
But that's our hope. Our hope lies in that. Hey, the scriptures tell us we're prisoners of hope, man.
That's right.
And through hope, expectation of the promises, man.
That's right. And that promise was that he's gonna come back and save the elect and put our nation back on top.
That's right.
Set the world in righteousness again.
Right, bro.
So we don't have to have the same modesty. Yeah, we do keep humility about us, but the rest of you nations, especially you Edomites, y'all need to have some cosmic modesty. The idea that it's arrogant to assume that you're alone in the universe, or even partially or excuse me, particularly special species.
Because really everything in this world is against you, you know?
Yep.
You know?
And one last quote. I love what Louis C.K. said. He said, "You can tell we ain't in the right place because we're on Earth and it was paradise before we got here. You know, it was all paradise, but now cold. It's too hot. The ground is too hard. You know, the food needs to be processed, and you know, he just was complaining about how you Edomites think. You know, nothing fits right here, and that you're just uneasy with everything in the world."
And that's a script too, because when you're talking about. Because in the scriptures, I believe it's in Joel, it says, as the Garden of Eden before them, you know, but after them, desolate wilderness, man.
Yep.
Being a destruction of this kingdom and destruction of Esau's rulership.
That's right. It has to go out like that.
Which is the translation into the kingdom of Israel, of Jacob.
That's right. Talking about America in particular, and the lands that these Edomites rule.
Bro.
You know? So... Anyway, with that, we're going to close out, giving all praise and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Arakakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Greetings, salutations, and blessings, peace, love, and safety unto the elect, man. Those that give their life and diligence and freedom to push this word out to earn their salvation. With that, we say shalom.
Shalom.